That's it. It's Tuesday night. Poor Tyler is suffering from the flu or similar symptoms. But we are still here live on Myth Brigade for this special edition of Vile Dawn, where we explore one particular character, always with at least one other character to kind of round out the story. So today we're featuring Red Rocket and Blocks Girl as well. We'll do a special edition as well with Blocks Girl at some point. We'll make our way all the way around the cast, assuming they survive some of the things that are happening. But before we dive in, just want to check and make sure you guys are doing okay.
There we are.
We both just locked you.
I have no idea what you've been talking about for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, good. I was setting it up. Were you just jamming, or you just sitting there just
Yeah,
like?
we were just jamming. We didn't like.
And then I saw you start talking. I'm like, hey.
You're on
I'm
mute.
sorry. Yeah, I didn't. You should be able to talk to each other at least on mute, but I guess not, huh?
Yeah, well, we could talk to each other.
We can talk to each other, just couldn't hear you.
That's so weird. Okay. Fair enough. Well, what I was saying is we are here to feature Red Rocket in a special issue of this this comic book that we've been writing collaboratively.
Yeah.
But first, I want to check on my people. I already told the stream, Tyler, that you're a little under the weather, so thanks for overcoming that to join us tonight. What's going on? How you feeling?
Just a little sicky pants, a little nasally, but we're feeling fine actually.
Nice. At least it's not like the shits or something where you're gonna have to get up and.
I wouldn't be hanging out here.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. I know you. You would. You'd be like sitting on a trash can or something. Be like, yeah, I don't mind. Mute. Yeah. Half of my family is sick as well. It's crazy. My daughter, she's a teacher these days, and she's like, I think I've been getting my kids sick. I just realized I have the flu. I was like, well, how long have your symptoms been going on? She's like, I don't know, like a week. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in school? So, yeah. Anyway, we're here listening to some disco music and getting warmed up, talking to our cast here. So, Tyler, thanks for coming. Byron, man, how are you? What's happening?
Oh, great. Get ready to start yet another game.
What's this one? Is it? Did you?
Stone. Not me. I'm not running it. I'm playing in it.
Nice.
Some like ultra dark Ravenloft-y kind of. One of our friends kind of made up his own system.
Oh, nice. Anything you could you talk him into stream it, or is it at the shop or what?
Nah, he's not a streamer.
Okay.
It's a shop.
Can you get a hidden camera? Just go in there with a body cam on.
Yeah.
That might actually work. Maybe we could get those actually for Chaosium Con. Get some body cams.
Maybe.
That'd be
the
awesome bottle empty.
The Myth Brigade live cam.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, so as you guys recall, you were right in the middle of some interesting stuff. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to shoehorn this in right there. You guys ready to start? Anybody need a NyQuil or anything?
I definitely need some NyQuil.
Yeah, it's just
NyQuil,
just what you
He'll
need.
be past the
I'll be sleeping in this chair. You'll be running the game.
There you go. Okay. So the sands of time have slowed. Your success in understanding the dimensional transport technology used by Dr. Ignatius Vile stayed the hand that might well have wiped out Freedom City and many others from the map. It's a glimmer of hope that's just bright enough for those in power to make yet another gamble on you as the savior of freedom, justice, and franchised vegan noodle chains. So we find ourselves, Rocket, you are by yourself in your laboratory. You have just talked to Agent Grimes, who basically just took an entire inventory of things that you're going to need. He says, basically, yeah, I can get you all of these things, but it's going to take a few days. Consider yourselves lucky. And then just before hanging up, as only he can, he says, also, thanks. I was counting on you, and you came through. I owe your friend an apology, too. I'll send her some flowers or something. So, you're kind of on this high. Now, Freedom City is wrecked. All the computer networks are still basically shut down. But the government has no longer decided that it's necessary to take such extreme measures because there's hope that you might be able to find your way through this stuff. So you're in your laboratory. Blocks, real quick, just to check in with you. What are you up to?
I think she's like doing some. Well, she can't be online, so. What would she be doing?
I imagine she's listening to some like emo punk music,
Yeah,
putting
probably.
together like a set of Legos that's like a dollhouse or like some plants. Like
Yeah, probably.
this
Yeah.
is her like Zen moment. Is her listening to death metal, putting together like
There you
I
go.
think she's painting.
At her most
She's
relaxed.
painting. She's painting like Gundy's room with like spray cans.
That
Nice.
seems more like
Nice.
Seems more like that. Because he needs some color in his life.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume that Gunday has gone to tie up some affairs. Mordred as well is out still, on one of his street sweeping missions. So Rocket, you're there, and in particular, you're trying to figure out kind of how to tune these devices, and you're doing some models on the local computer you have, which is very slow. You don't have access to like the big GPU systems that you normally would, but you're trying to basically simulate and make sure that you can pull this off because you only get one shot, right? So you're doing that, and then all of a sudden you feel this horrendous pain in your side, like right around where your robot arm attachment, your vest, like kind of touches your skin, but it feels literally like someone just like snapped your rib. Give me a vigor roll, please.
there it is.
Where's my thing where I see the rolls and stuff? There it is. Too many windows.
Oh,
How
I
about-
feel great.
Oh, yeah. So you first you yipe, and then you kind of grit your teeth and just get through it. But there's just a horrible pain, and it's still there. It feels like you were just kicked in the ribs. What do you do?
I would probably go find blocks
Okay.
or the nearest person.
Yeah.
So either whoever's around.
So as you're walking out, you normally kind of scoot pretty quickly, but trying to move as quickly as you even your casual walk hurts. And you're like, ow, damn, like you're going to be fine. You're not injured, but it hurts like hell. It feels like, like that when you hit your shin really hard on the corner of like a glass table. Not that I live with that reality every 3 days. But yeah, it's just this horrible pain, and it doesn't seem to want to go away. Blocks, you notice as Rocket comes in, he's kind of limping a little bit. He's kind of favoring the one side.
I'll probably like pull my headphones off, or probably have iPods, so take the one out. What's up with you?
I'd probably come in and do like fingerings, like, "Hey, cool kid."
Yeah, like robot fingers.
I think there's something going on under my vest.
Do your best.
Yeah, when I take it off, I'm gonna need some help.
Better not be that other fucker again. That Mike guy or whatever. Thought we were done with him. Think he weaseled his way underneath there?
No, I thought I don't know where he went.
All right. Well, I'll probably pick him up and put him up on a table.
Okay.
I let out a deep sigh.
I'll push Gundy's beer cans and stuff off the cart.
So
Nice
this
with
is
a
happening
clatter
on, like,
to the ground.
Gundy's desk.
Yes. So you put Rocket up there, and it's like this tactical harness thing, right? That he's constructed. It's pretty well bulletproof and all this other wonderful stuff. So you pop it loose. Now this is the first we see of Rocket's almost kind of patchy hair here because of the friction that's just unavoidable with something like this, and how fast he runs, right? So he's not the prettiest dog underneath his harness. That would take time to be restored.
Or outside of his harness for that matter.
Give me a notice check, Blocks. Wild die saves you there. So you're looking, and he's got a little bit of patchiness. It's not like alopecia or something horrible, but like it's thin hair in certain spots. There's a bruise along his right side that's like swelling. It's new, and it's a heinous one as well. Too big to have been the ear mite at his smallest size.
Did you hit yourself? Run into something?
I mean, not that I can remember, but I mean, every now and then you catch something on the way by.
Well, I think you'd remember, like when you hit Henry Burnfinger's face on the fender.
I told him to lean to the left, and he leaned to the right. Like,
a vigor check, please, Rocket.
Yeah, got it with 7.
So not quite, just as you. First of all, you'll be shaken for a moment. It'll fade. We're not in rounds, so there's no real game effect. But just as you're there, Blocks, and you're looking at him, and he's kind of talking to you, his little doggy head there in front of you, his head swings back as if struck, and flecks of blood fly from his mouth and actually spatter across your face. Whatever, I don't know what you're wearing, Blocks, but all over your painting and stuff. So all that stuff.
Okay.
What do you do?
So I will reach down and pull out a can of gold glitter paint that I probably was just using. And I'm going to just like put your head down for a second, Rocket. And I'm just going to like kind of put my hand over his face.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to like do like a 360 and like spray paint all around me. Basically, I'm trying to do like a fairy fire effect. Basically.
Yeah, absolutely. So you very quickly put your hand over his eyes and just kind of Rocket, your dog nose is immediately assaulted by the smell of this spray paint. But yeah, nothing. It just kind of settles down on his fur and on your hand, kind of over flecks of gold now on your black fingernail polish or whatever. There's nothing substantial here.
What the hell?
What do you do?
There could be one major area of concern. I've never experienced anything like this before.
Never.
Yeah, even if Jim was in the room, we'd have hit him with the paint. Even with him being incorporeal.
Plus, you'd be able to look and see his snotty footprints all over the floor.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean all ghosts work like that.
Oh, fair. Yes. Yes.
We should probably check on my human body.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Doesn't look like we're going to get there very fast, though.
So, Rocket, you have normally. Tell me about the security stuff that you have and how all that works for him or it.
And where is it?
So it's just in like a random suburban neighborhood in Freedom City. It's nothing like too stand-up-ish or anything too like neglected. It's just your average house, but it's somehow this like super science center of technology and electronics, just like data banks, and then there's like just this little room off in the corner that normally houses my human body.
Yeah, exactly. So you goes without saying that your systems there, security, locks, even surveillance, they all rely on a working data grid.
Unfortunately.
Your heart skips a beat.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to make a trip. And it doesn't look like you're going to run. And Gundy's not around. You know what that means, tell me, Rocket?
Help me put my arms back on.
That means you get to go for a ride in
Uber
Irene.
pool?
In Irene.
Irene?
Yeah. And
What is Irene?
She pulls out a keychain that's glittered and it has a Lego at the end of it. And she goes, you'll see. And she goes, she kind of puts Rocket's vest back on and leads him over to the garage that like we don't really open very often. And in the garage, there's a car with a sheet over the top of it. And she kind of whips it back. And there's a black ZR1 Corvette with a license plate that says blocks.
Yeah.
You think that's fast?
No, but I think it won't hurt. Well, I can't guarantee it won't hurt.
So you get in Irene, and then it's just like it's got that beautifully tuned engine.
All right, keep it slow, kid.
Oh, of course. Everything I do will be slow compared to you.
So you tell me about how Blocks drives.
Well, her legs are a little short, so she has a phone book on the seat.
Give me a driving roll if you have it.
I'm fucking driving. Come on, man.
What is that, agility?
Can't you just like make your legs longer with Legos
Just
or something?
shoot me a D4.
No, it doesn't work like that. A D4. Wait, I like agility better.
No, yeah.
Just a D4. Let's see if I can find a D4. There it is.
Just take the D4 me if he's not making you do unskilled.
Yeah, it could be worse. Yeah, so driving these, everybody knows how to drive, right? By the time they're your age, for the most part, at least intuitively. The problem
I
is,
have been taking lessons. Gundy was teaching.
yeah, how many traffic infractions? So that's the number of possible tickets that are going to show up to whoever this car actually is supposed to belong to, or whatever. But yeah, you zip along, no problem.
The guy was dead. Remember?
Yeah.
The guy was dead. The car's registered to me.
Yeah. Oh, did you actually take the registration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you zipping along, Rocket gives you directions. You find yourselves heading over to just kind of an average part of town. It would be a lot nicer were it not for the fact that the streets had just had the shit beat out of them. Get a better view for the stream here. Boop. It's not that much better. A little bit better. Okay. So you pull up to the house. Nice little white picket fence. I mean, it's the kind of house that you'd buy if you were a struggling scientist. And you were looking to find some sizable basement which is exactly what this property had. So, Rocket, tell us about the front entryway. What would you normally expect to see, like, on your front porch as you walk up? It's got a nice overhang and, you know, some furniture out there and stuff. What would you expect to see?
A bunch of dog toys. Just a ton of them strewn all over the place.
Yeah. So there are those. Give me a notice check. So,
oh my god, I can't even spend the point. I rolled 2 ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you? Yeah. Plus 2. Yeah. So you notice the obvious, but you know, there's a pile of mail there, and normally that's one of the few tasks that who comes and gets your mail and Amazon packages. Who does that for you? Usually. Who do you trust around here?
Probably the neighbor across the street.
Okay. Man,
His name's
woman?
Chuck.
Chuck. Okay, fuck yeah. Chuck. Yeah.
He's an older, like, war veteran.
Okay, nice.
Like, we haven't been to war in a long time.
Yeah, so he's an old...
was superhero, so he's old.
Old leatherneck kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. So I'm thinking he's like probably Gulf War era, and that makes him super old, right? So yeah, he doesn't seem to have been getting the mail the last handful of days. You're looking around and bills and annoying catalogs. Like, you get a lot of catalogs as a scientist for like imaging equipment and all kinds of strange shit. And there's just a pile of them there. There's a couple of Amazon things, and you're like, oh, I meant to change the ship to address for those. But yeah, there's a pile out front. That's all you notice with your poor roll, though. Blocks, how about you?
I would just start to gather everything up. Like, I imagine I have this little basket I pick up with my mouth that I fill with, like, the envelopes and stuff like that.
Everyone, just in case you haven't been following this and you catch this, just keep in mind that Rocket is, in fact, a Welsh Corgi with almost like Doc Octopus robot arms that move around on a harness on his back. So you've got like a converted bicycle basket or something you're putting your stuff in. Yeah. As he's doing that, he's absolutely missing the obvious. The door's cracked open. It's maybe about half an inch, quarter of an inch, something like that, but it's definitely not closed. And you notice also the lock mechanism seems to have been, the wood around it seems to have been splintered. Block sees this as you're noticing you're gathering your mail.
Hey, Rocket. I think you might have had company at some point.
I'll kind of like look up.
Yeah, so you look up and she's pointing at the door.
Fuck. I immediately just take off.
Take off where?
Like into the house.
Okay, you just blow. And so I think just the way you are, give me a vigor check real quick. Let's just see how if you fail one of these. Okay, yeah, you're okay. So it hurts like hell, but you blow right through the woods, splintering the door everywhere and making like your typical like mini sonic boom. So pretty much as you open the door, there's a staircase going up there, and then around the corner there is the door to the basement. What are you? And as you blow through, before you can stop, you're like skidding into the kitchen on the old tile in there.
You just hear my nails like clacking.
Yeah, like
as I turn the corner, headed for like the basement where my body should normally be.
Yeah. Okay. So as you come to the basement door, so there's the old looking door there, which you had essentially replaced. You open it and you go down just a couple steps, and there's a landing there with like your proper security shit there. Mm-hmm. Give me a notice check there as well.
Oh yeah, with a raise.
You smell something strange. It's a kind of. It smells like asshole, like literally. I'm not trying to be. It smells like feces a little bit, flesh and feces. Dog nose tells you that. All around, like something. I mean, like literally, something was rubbing its fanny everywhere. Blocks, you see him like his tail doing the little dog thing.
I'm looking for any evidence of people that might still be here.
Do you stay with him? Do you move around? Search a house real quick? What are you doing there?
Yeah, I'm gonna shut the door and put guess I'll put like a spray can or something in front of the door, so if somebody opens it, it'll get knocked over. After I shut the door, and then I'm gonna clear the upstairs.
Okay. So you do
try to slowly make my way up the stairs.
Okay, so you're kind of doing that. You can hear him kind of excitedly scampering around there by the basement. You're going to head upstairs. So we'll split just a bit.
Unfortunately, like Rocket left one of his Kong toys on the fucking stairs.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, slam into the staircase.
Yes.
I imagine she when you're going upstairs, there's also one of those little landings, and it has like one of those like glass tables with like pots and flowers.
Yeah.
It's like really organized and nice, and she just like crashes right fucking.
It's absolutely just. Yes. So that's exactly what happens. So sorry, Blocks. We'll move back to Rocket. So Rocket, you're there. You're smelling a dirty butthole or something. So like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna prepare for the worst and open the basement door.
Okay. So the first thing you notice is your security systems, which you have rigged. You've got a little retina scanner, very low, where you can just like look into it. You look into it and it's just offline, and you're like, oh shit, how do I do this? So the doors doesn't seem to want to open. You can do the manual override if you would like. And I think to do that, you'll just need a simple hacking roll, or you can
hacking.
Yep, if you have it.
I don't have hacking. I have electronics and science.
I'll let you do that.
And weird science.
So electronics with arrays will have the same effect as like an actual. Oh, jeez. Wait a minute. Do you see this?
What did you do to the?
This is the
like,
third one.
I'm not going to accept
This
this.
is the third one. This is
No, this should be happening on the main game when we're all here and there's a fight. That's when you roll ones, guys. Not when you're trying to open the door. So you're like
I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones in the past 30 minutes.
Talk to Roll20. I didn't do it. Hey, so you start the process of taking the apparatus apart, and you're going to basically hotwire the door. At which point, Blocks just like comes falling and makes all this noise, and you completely just kind of like rip one of the wires out. You're just like, God, oh shit.
I'm good.
Oh, nice.
I imagine I scamper over to Blocks.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need your help with this door down here.
Yeah. This table wasn't nearly as sturdy. I don't know where you got it, but
Who's antique? Which of your relatives was that, Blocks?
My great aunt Iris.
I've seen some IKEA shit that was stronger than that.
That was imported.
Well, now it's exported.
Or deported. Oh, I love it. Yeah. So what do you guys do? I got to turn the disco off. I'm turning the disco off while you're talking.
You can't hear it.
I can't
That's
hear the
good.
disco anymore.
It's literally
Yeah.
it's taking me too far back.
All right. So we'll go over to the door, I guess.
Okay. So the door is incredibly strong. It's like a pressure door. So obviously Rocket got himself into a bunch of science, and so it's completely out of place here. But yeah, that's gonna take some doing. You think to yourself. Also, probably some part of you wonders why this is not your hideout and why you're in an airplane hangar.
Right.
He doesn't like to share his space with people. You know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we could do this the easy way or the hard way, Rocket.
I really like my natural wood floors.
They're all scratched up from you running around in here.
It feels good on the paws.
Yeah.
What are your ideas?
Mm-hmm. Piece of equipment. Well, I could try to hippo the door. It worked on the RV. Or I could just hippo the floor. And we could just go to the basement directly.
Yeah, I would say that I would have to assume that if the rest of the basement is encased as well.
Oh, it's like
the door
bunker.
would be the easiest place to get.
It's a bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't have any other way of getting in there. I guess I could try to hack it myself.
At this point, you wish you could, but his epileptic fit or whatever just happened in response to you smashing Iris's old table. He's like literally just like and like ripped one of the wires out, so the whole apparatus is just done.
Oh, it's just
You're gonna have to go through.
yeah.
Please be gentle on the rest of the house. Please. I don't ask you for much.
Just then, Rocket, you feel a horrific pain in your stomach and the soft dog belly area of your stomach. You're like, give me a vigor check, please. Nice. So you grin and bear it, and somehow, but you're bleeding. Something just cut you. It's not the worst cut, but it was meant to let whoever was or it was dealt with the purpose of making a point, it seems.
Okay. If we can hurry this up, please.
All right, back up.
All right.
I might suggest going in a different room.
I'll go to the top of the stairs that lead down.
Yeah.
I just kind of look down at blocks in the stairwell.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like the door goes to the basement and then there's a door at the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's not going to function.
No, it's not good. No.
Ever again. You're like ever again.
Oh, man, I don't even know. Shit. Not enough space down there for me.
You never know.
That's kind of the hope. The door will blow before anything else.
All right, so I will go down to the basement at the bottom of the stairs, and I'm gonna put my hands on the opposite wall like this.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna like kind of lean down till like my butt touches the door, and then I'm just gonna turn into a fucking 2-ton hippo.
Okay, so the camera sees this swirl of reforming blocks as you do that, and the wood stairway in front of you just kind of buckles and crunches, and all the old kind of plaster cracks off of it. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a damage roll, which should be listed under the hippos if you have the stats for hippo. Which I don't know if you do or don't.
Yeah.
Good.
That's close.
Yep. So then what you're going to be targeting is...
Rhinoceros.
So they're going to consider this just a little heavier than a heavy door. So your damage to actually render this door useless will be 15. So you have a damage roll of 15. And bonus damage does not count. So as you watch, and not, it's not just the stair. I don't think it's not just the stairwell, Rocket. It's the stairwell and the walls on the side as this thing like swells up and like little bits of your house are falling down.
All right, let me see here. What do I have on my character sheet already? Oh no.
You're like, property values were going up.
While Blocks is kicking that door in, I'm gonna see if I can follow that scent.
The dookie scent.
The poopy.
It's like which? Okay, yeah, you can.
Just kind of follow it around the house, see where that leads.
Okay. Give me your. We'll use notice. I think you can use survival too for that.
7.
Okay. So you she's basically. Oh, let's see. No, so you're the first one.
I'm up.
You can re-roll with a Benny if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm a Benny that.
Okay. Whoa, okay. So Rocket, you're by the door. You're sniffing, checking stuff out. Your robot arms are kind of moving around, and all of a sudden you literally feel the house like it's like dust, falls down. Some parts of the ceiling fall down behind you by the kitchen. Like she's working at it. So your target will now reduce to 13. I'll give you that much. As a result of your raise, you've weakened the door. So your next damage roll when you go at it will need to match 13 or greater. So Rocket, you get to the threshold of the door, and it's very strong. Interestingly, on the mat, like where one might wipe one's feet. And you look, and there's like a sludge there, like some kind of brown slime. Smells very strongly of shit, and
I kind of like look up. Who shit their pants?
You're looking around. Give me a notice check.
And 5.
So maybe you were just too interested in the mail, but you should have noticed this before. There are bizarre clawed footprints, a number of them, that kind of came up to the base of the stairs that lead up onto your porch. And only one of them walked forward. And they're in the sludge as if maybe whoever it was following behind whatever this thing was. In the trail that it left is like a very defined boot print. Somebody's been here, and it wasn't Chuck.
Can I get like a brand of boot off of that very defined footprint?
Give me a notice check with a raise. I'll give you, I don't know about a brand. We'll see. No, but it is like some kind of military combat boot, tactical sort of boot.
Okay.
Real thick tread. Almost like tire tread.
These look like boots Blocks would wear. I'll get
they
her
do.
opinion in a minute. She probably knows exactly what brand they are.
Oh, and with that, I'll give you 2. It's probably about a size 12 and a half. Something like that. Blocks. Give me a damage roll. Oh. You want to re-roll it with a Benny?
I'll spend another Benny, yeah.
Okay. There it is. Okay.
Gotcha, baby.
So just as you're looking down, you're like, yeah, I gotta have to ask Blocks about these boots, and just there's this like, and you can hear it out on the street, and there's a dog down the way that barks a little bit more, but the fucked up thing, Rocket, is you don't hear rough, you hear hey, 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 hey.
Stop! Shut up! Shut up!
So Blocks, you hear Rocket barking. And they're exchanging dog talk.
Okay.
Okay. So you as you back up, you just basically crush this door inward. It's not like bank vault thick. It's like a very heavy kind of pressurized door. You just bend it inward in the frame itself and just kind of lodge yourself in there. The air that rushes out of there, Blocks, is freezing cold for whatever reason. Not like a freezer, but just very cold, like a hospital kind of cold. What do you do as the bits of the ceiling are kind of crashing down on you? Do you change shape?
I'll change back.
Okay. So the stuff that's kind of landed on the hippo that's sitting there just sort of collapses to the floor, and the blocks kind of reform from the wreckage. This very sterile white light, as opposed to the incandescent bulbs and sunlight that out there in the main house. It's very, very medical. It's all recessed, right? And it's like a medical facility. The walls are very are tile and very clean. There's all sorts of screens and readouts that you can see kind of back in the room ahead of you, but they're all flickering and or off.
I'll come scurrying down the stairs.
Yeah, so you kind of scurry around.
Probably have to make some kind of like agility check because the stairs are like.
Oh, that is a good point. So you come spinning around. Let's have an athletics check.
Oh, we're good. Yeah, I just pounce down and like boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, so I think you sort of jump down and your robot arms grab like some part of the door frame and you sort of vault your way through.
Like swing my way in like Tarzan.
Yeah, so you land and the first thing that you notice is that everything is just offline and weird. The second thing that you notice, you're very familiar, so your eyes are just darting around, right, with the facility. Mm-hmm. It's the light that you would expect to be fairly bright and consistent around the corner where your human body would be is flickering, and something's not right there. You smell. You're not sure if it's the wreckage of the door or if something else has gone on, but you smell some.
Is that plaster
smoke.
Paris, or are you happy to see it?
Exactly. What do you do?
I take a deep breath and walk around the corner.
So, you've got a nice little laboratory here, and we remember, right, as you walk around, you have this sort of remembrance of that moment when the transference happened. You were there, your dog was there with you, you thought you'd made this breakthrough, and then everything went to shit. And memories since then, like, tell the stream, Tyler, what is it like when you usually come here? Like, how does your human form react to you when you show up?
So he's very excited.
Yeah.
As you would, as like a happy dog when you come home just from going to the grocery store, that excitement, that energy. He's like, yeah, like it's you.
Yeah,
like your
exactly.
Best friend just showed up. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then you bring him food, and of course he eats kind of like a dog on all fours, and this whole thing. But it's dark, and the other thing is
he gets a different nutrition brick than I do. But
yeah, the security door, which is basically bars that you have to contain him in, is open, and lying there on the ground right in front of it is Chuck. You recognize his telltale military jacket. It's like this olive drab green thing that he's worn for as long as you've known him. He's laying very still, kind of in an awkward position as if maybe his right arm might even be broken.
I would run over immediately.
Hey, you run over, you're sniffing his face, right? Like dog style.
Yeah.
He is...
trying to find any sign of life.
Yeah. Give me a medicine roll if you have it.
Medicine roll? I do not.
Well, healing, I think, is the skill in Savage Worlds.
Also don't have that.
Okay. How about common knowledge?
I got you.
Take a base there.
7 on the wild dice.
Oh no, he's dead. For sure. He's around his fingernails is kind of starting to blue. He's kind of warm. He's not cold, but he's been dead a bit. And the thing that makes that super obvious is the cauterized wound in the side of his head as you kind of roll him over. You kind of like, Chuck, Chuck, Chuck. And he's got almost like instinctively licking his face, and you realize there's this really gnarly burn hole straight into his brain. One eye is open, staring at you blankly.
I just look back at him and let out like a sad whimper, like,
Blocks, what are you doing?
I'm kind of looking around to see, like, I'm wondering how in the hell he got in here. Because if he didn't disable the thing, like, I'm looking for any kind of device or anything like that he could have maybe had on him that would help him get access to this.
On him, on Chuck?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, Chuck is wearing some jeans. They're pretty nice jeans, but it seems like you might have picked them up at a thrift store. They don't fit him all that well. He's got his military jacket on and a nice little golf shirt. It looks like he had a newspaper with him for whatever reason. That's kind of laying a little bit off to the side. But no, he's got a lighter. He's got a pack of cigarettes. Rocket, you used to always lecture him about cancer, and he'd tell you, if the war didn't take me, then cancer won't either, right? Like, well, obviously.
I guess he was right.
Yeah. So yeah, his wallet's there.
Sound dumb, but I'm gonna kind of look at the burn hole on his head.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like it came from inside or out? Is it
Good
going
thought.
in or out?
Good thought. Yeah. So, how do you give me a? I'll take a science check for that. See how accurate. So Rocket, the only obvious way you can do that right now without equipment is to check out how burnt the inside is. Blocks. So you stick a pinky in there. It's kind of juicy up in there a little further. It's mostly burnt around the outside, and you notice the shape of the skull is kind of like melted in. So yeah, it's probably some sort of plasma weapon.
Yeah,
Or laser.
Somebody shot him. I'm guessing they probably used him to gain access.
Fuck. Where to even start? Chuck had a security system that checked his front porch. Maybe we could find something on that.
Yeah, it'll be down. We won't be able to access it. It'll be offline.
Fuck.
Good thought, though.
Oh, there were these boots upstairs.
Boot marks?
Yeah.
Okay. Like Chuck's combat boots?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you look, and Chuck is actually wearing some Skechers, like some, like the old, good old Chuck's like the hiking looking hiking
Chuck only
Skechers.
wears Skechers.
Yeah.
He only wears white and blue.
Yep.
They're like those ones with the
Skechers.
curved bottoms because he walks at the mall
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Yes.
every morning after he drinks a 12-pack. Okay. Well, if there are boot marks upstairs, then perhaps we can figure out where they go. I don't know. I never made it all the way upstairs. That landing's a little rickety.
But now that the table's gone, you should be able to walk your way up there.
It's a little easier to get by now.
So you make your way back upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, how's his body doing? Is his body here or no?
No.
Mine, no.
That's the important part.
That's the problem.
No, the cage is not occupied. So you've got these sort of I'm thinking Rocket, like these sort of futuristic bars that kind of like descend to the ceiling and the floor, open in the middle and go up and down. They're open. And so you notice a couple things. You notice that there's some urine, quite a lot of urine actually, right there near the door. There is. Give me a notice check actually. Yeah. Ooh, Rocket.
10 on the wild dog.
You recognize your smell. There's something weird about it. Like with your dog senses, you're just like, oh yeah, that's. And then you see it. There's a canine tooth there, a human one. That looks like it's kind of cracked, and it's lying on the ground there. A little bit of blood. Not a ton, just a little.
I'll pick it up with my Alcock arm.
Okay. Yeah, you look at it.
Well, shit. How the fuck do I find my body with no electronics?
Very difficult.
Yep. So first thing is see if we can follow these footprints anywhere.
Okay.
I assume this is my tooth.
Yeah,
That I would.
it is. It is your tooth. You're pretty sure of that. It was like, yeah, that's my that's that one that I had filled.
Yeah.
So cell phones aren't working, right?
Nope.
They're down.
That's right.
still?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple of neighborhood dogs I could go talk to that might have seen something.
Well, I mean, if you want to go talk to them, I'll clear the upstairs.
Okay. They'll give you a chance to take a deep breath.
Yeah. So you leave the house, kind of make your way back up. No need to roll for climbing out. It does take you a minute to navigate what remains of this stairway to your basement. So blocks you first. So Rocket, you step out, and I'll give you a couple bits of insight opportunities for the footprints, but also the dogs, especially the one that's like, hey.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fucked up. I don't often role play dogs. I can't wait. So blocks, what do you do? So you step out into the sort of front room there.
Yeah.
Go upstairs.
Yeah, I'm going to go upstairs slowly.
What kind of pictures would she see along the wall as she goes upstairs, Rocket, that might look back to a happier and different time for your human form? You're muted.
She would probably see pictures of like my human body and Rocket, like playing fetch or something like that.
Yeah.
Or hear me throwing a frisbee.
I think there's a picture of this man who you've never met, Blocks, receiving some award, some kind of scientific award. Very, very humble, but very proud. And probably there's like a couple pictures of older family members and things that were precious to this person. So you get upstairs. It's a 3-bedroom house. 2-bathroom, 1 up, 1 down.
She's going to reach her hand into her pocket of her leather jacket and slip her brass knuckles on her hand.
Okay, you do. Just kind of tighten your fist in your pocket. You go door to door. What's eerie about this place is it's almost like in a zombie movie where an empty house is found and the beds are made.
Nothing looks used.
Yeah, everything is in its place for the most part. There's some, like, and you find Rocket's room. Obviously, there's like a dog bed off to the side of the bed, decent TV set up, whatever, just like you would expect. Complete normalcy. There's a bookshelf on the wall with a bunch of really nerdy science books and things, math books and whatnot.
A bunch of things on like quantum physics
Yeah.
and black holes and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
nerd shit.
Like there's a magazine I think that's on the nightstand that's dog-eared as some news on the CERN facility and some breakthrough that happened not too long ago.
Or long ago.
Nothing.
Yeah, I just go door to door, check the closets, bathroom.
Not much to find. Not much to find. Probably most of the really, interesting, valuable stuff or whatever would have been, secreted away downstairs. The bathrooms are starting to show some wear, right? Like a little bit of a kind of a stain in the sink and around the toilet from just water sitting there, hard water sitting there, staining the toilet.
Yeah.
And such. But yeah, it's nothing to see here. No, it does not look like there was any intruder up here. It's like they were very focused in what they
knew
were
where
after.
they were going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go back downstairs then.
Okay. You're searching around all this time, right? So, Rocket, you step out onto the porch just as you can hear the creak of the stairs as Block Squirrel's headed up. So back to the boot print, you're looking for any sign of it going out. Unfortunately, the matter that was on the boot is not visible to this point. It's been walked off too much. Give me a smarts check, though.
Smarts.
Here's where you rolled. There you go. What are you gonna let that go?
I'm gonna spend a bit. Can't be rolling a 3 on my best thing. That's a little bit better.
So you're thinking about this, and you're just like, that smell that matter, that stuff had to come from somewhere, and that couldn't have been far away from here if they walked it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get like the scent of it.
Okay. Indian food, feces. Unspeakable things, waste, like disease almost, maggots maybe. Oh,
Smells like Gundy.
This episode should be titled "Smells Like Gundy."
Smells like Gundy.
Oh man. Shit, I just realized I didn't have the chat open. Sorry if anybody's been saying anything in there. It's been quiet tonight, but
oh my god, Thorg has been blowing it up.
I know.
I didn't even notice.
I have to apologize for him for my faux pas about the schedule, but it's all right.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What do you do?
I'm gonna take a quick stroll around the neighborhood.
I'm sorry, Thorg. Okay. So you kind of look around real quick, and you have this sort of thought. You go to the right or the left. To the right is where the hey!
To the right.
Okay.
To the right. Yeah.
So it's a couple seconds later. It happens again. Hey! And you see there's a chain link fence, and there's this sort of broken down, not really broken down, but kind of not in the best repair station wagon out front. Like one of the old station wagons with the wood panels and shit on it, like from the
Ford
ancient days.
LTD.
Yes, like the mom-mobile. But yeah, so Byron, what kind of dog? What kind of dog is it? Give me some kind of messed up sort of dog. What is it?
What kind of dog is it?
Yeah, that's the hey dog.
It is a teacup poodle.
Yes. Yeah, so it's
But it's like a mutt. It's got like terrier and teacup poodle, so its hair is all scraggly and like was face dirty.
yes. So it's all and I think it's I'm gonna go with that. Garrett, yes. So it is part teacup poodle and part Chinese crested. So it's very small, patchy hair, curls, but sprouts of hair, one eye that's just completely dead, and a dental situation. Hey, it says. Did you approach? What do you do?
I slowly approach.
Get out of here! Get out of here! My place! My place! It says.
I just calmly walk up to him, just kind of like looking at him through the fence. I'm like, relax, relax, relax.
Persuasion at -2.
Yeah, you think my persuasion is a positive? Oh, it is. It is. -2. I got an 8.
Nice. You why does he listen to you? What's your body language like? What do you do?
I'm very relaxed.
Yeah.
And calm, and he's like yelling at me, and I eventually just yell his name.
Yeah. What's his name?
Like Ricky.
He stops. He stops, and he tries to turn. It's like he's trying to figure out which eye he could see you okay with. And he goes,
It's me.
Let me smell your ass. Turn around.
God damn it.
Because-
I turn around.
Rocket? Huh. Rocket. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, buddy. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I've been busy. Somebody was in my house.
Yeah?
Have you seen anything?
The irony of that as the camera snaps in for a close-up and he's got the one milky white eye and the other one that's struggling, and he's like, you're joking, right? I can't see anything. That new guy might have seen something.
New guy?
Yeah. He's kind of an asshole, though, if you ask me.
Did somebody move in when I wasn't around?
Yeah, like 5 houses down or something. Yeah, we walk past him every now and again. Man, does he ever have a mouth on him? Who's in your house?
I don't know, so I was trying to find out.
Chuck hadn't been by to give me a treat today either, you know? Like, I think he's forgotten about me.
I got bad news, Ricky.
Huh? What do you mean bad news?
Chuck isn't going to be around anymore.
What do you mean? Did he move? He didn't move, did he? They
He went
always
through
move.
The big dog gates in heaven.
Ricky! You hear, Ricky! Get in here! The real thick Boston accent. This woman in a muumuu comes out. Her form is such that the muumuu is just like a lampshade on her, if you know what I mean. Get in here! Hey, you! Get out of here! She grabs it. She picks a broom up off the porch and starts kind of scampering your way. She's wearing some flip-flops. What do you do?
I bark at Ricky like, it was good to see you, buddy. Like,
Yeah, you too.
Start to, like, back away.
Sorry to hear about Chuck. Hey, maybe he'll take this one with her, huh? And he hauls ass, and just as she swats at him with a broom, and get out of here, you! Don't shit on my lawn! What the heck? As she notices your robot arms.
I just kind of prance off.
Yeah, you go prancing away. I think there's this moment where, Blocks, you kind of come back down. After this conversation, you can see Rocket kind of walking along past all the trash
5
cans.
houses down, as I, like, point with her. We gotta go this way.
All right.
There's a new kid on the block.
Well, let's go that way.
So you move down to this house. There's a reno. There's a construction sign out in front. Construction dumpster, and there's a very impressive reno, and it really hits you, Rocket, that damn it, I should be doing that. Like the first step was to build your lab and your facility, and then you were going to build this just rebuild the whole thing and restore it. There's this fucking dog sitting out there. It's one of those ones with the swoopy hair. I forget.
I imagine it's like this perfect golden retriever.
Yeah, but
like
no, it's
perfect.
Somebody in the chat. I do know my dog breeds, but it's the one with the very long hair and the very long nose.
Collie.
Let's go with Collie.
But
that's not what I'm thinking of. But
that's not it, though.
Yeah. It's oh God, what's that? It's the. Come on now. I'm now on Purina's website, apparently. Not the Afghan. Let's go with a bearded collie. It's fine. I think it actually is an Afghan, but incredibly long, flowing hair, sitting on the porch. There's no fence out front because the construction vehicles can't get in. It's just sitting there. It just looks at you. Doesn't say a word as you walk along. Kind of, its ears perk up. Like, I should be aware of what's happening here.
I'm just going to kind of walk right up to him.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, let's have and your attempt is to seem peaceful. I'm assuming you're not just okay. So give me a persuasion roll. Oh jeez.
21.
It's like
I
Lady
got
in the
3
Tramp.
6s.
So blocks. You hear this thing kind of. It makes some sort of noise. Rocket. What the hell are you? You all right, little guy? Is them training wheels or something?
If you tell me what I need to know, my friend here will give you a treat. She's got one of the milk bones. The good stuff.
I can't do it, man. I'm on a gluten-free diet. Pretty much everything else makes me break out and stink. You know? Sucks. He's looking around. Ah, fuck.
You think maybe the reason you're itching is because you're a terrible diet?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm on a gluten-free diet because of it, you know? Hey, I shit pellets now. I can't complain. Hey, what's that? Oh, never mind. It's nothing. Hey, what's that? Hey, get out of the way. I'm trying to... Oh, never mind.
Have you seen any people a couple houses down?
Huh? What do you mean?
Small fence. Some people with like some fucking boots. They're real fellas that you've never seen around here. I know you're new.
Well, yeah. I mean, just not too long ago. Actually, there's a ruckus down that house down that way. He kind of cocks his head, and you again blocks. You kind of hear this like, and it's a mixture of like facial features and body movements and whatever. But there's obviously a conversation going on here. Just right down that way. So, I don't know. It was just before I went out for my first piss. So, geez, I don't know. You know, just before the sun came up. And then a little while longer, it got a lot worse. And some guys walked down the street and they went down in the dirty hole.
The dirty hole?
Yeah, the dirty hole. You know, don't you?
Oh. We're really some interesting creatures. The manhole.
Huh? Manhole.
The manhole. It's the hole the man goes in. It's the manhole. That's a dirty hole.
He kind of gets this look like, yeah, okay. We'll go with that. The manhole. Right over there.
Yeah.
He turns and he licks his chops and kind of indicates with his nose over that way.
Not too bad for a new guy. I'll kind of like walk away.
New guy? Who the hell are you?
I just kind of like leave him on
Yeah,
his like those.
All right, see you later. Hey, don't pee on my property, he says. As you almost lift your like, instinctively.
I like get right to the line. I'm like,
so yeah, you move out and over, and it just like maybe one house, two houses, most further down the street, there is in fact a manhole in the ground.
You just go looking? Like,
I get you first.
okay. She said this was a new construction home?
No, it's a remodel. So it's remodel in progress. There's like a permit board and all that shit out. And
Got it. I am going to use one of my edges. And that is the one. Once per encounter, I can remember a much needed piece of equipment, ammunition, or other useful device. And see, the bad thing about Billy, being that he's new at remodeling, is he always leaves his tools. And so he left his Milwaukee battery operated nail gun laying on the porch. And so I'm going to pick that up.
No problem. Just for the sake, go ahead and give it just normal stats for a pistol. Find something that makes sense. And there's a couple strips of nails there as well, obviously.
Yeah, I'll snag those too.
Okay, fair enough. So as you're walking up, the German Shepherd that's there, you kind of go and there's I think there's his butt crack tool belt there, and then the nail gun sitting right next to it, and I'm sorry, not the German Shepherd, but the collie kind of turns to you.
I'll throw a couple treats over to him. Probably have my inside.
Yeah, you've got rocket treats. Yeah,
rocket treats.
Those have gluten. I bark back at him.
It just kind of you throw them, and they sort of land in the dirt right in front of it, and it just sort of huffs at you, and then and it's basically you're hearing, "Hey guys, somebody's taking the tools off." This is what he's just, Mom, there's a girl taking that guy's tools.
He eats like you. He doesn't like wheat and shit.
Oh.
Well, he shouldn't be taking the tools. You just see,
I'll reach inside my other jacket pocket and I have my gluten-free bagel. I'll throw in that. Because, Blocks is a vegan and eats all.
Yeah, so you throw that down there. How quickly do you try to get out of there once the dog starts barking? Because he doesn't stop.
Oh, I leave immediately.
Okay, yeah. So I've
broken into plenty of places before. I don't linger.
Yeah. So there's this moment where the camera is a view of the front porch, and the dog's looking up at the door, barking like Lassie would, right? And the door opens, and there's this woman kind of looking out, looks around, closes the door. She doesn't notice the tool, and hey, no, seriously, the tool's. Hey, mom. And he's like, the tool's gone, and then we switch to find you guys down the road a couple houses.
Snitches get stitches.
What do you do? You there is in fact a manhole there. Give me a notice check at +2, please. This is just rocket.
Whatever this is, +2, so 5 and 8.
Yeah. You smell and see the material that got your attention very strongly here.
We're on the right path. I look up at Black Scrawl, excited.
You also smell your own.
That would be good.
You also smell your own blood.
I get a little worried, look in my eye for a second, but I'm like, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Yeah. We're not going to freak out. We're not going to make everybody else freak out. We're going to relax. Hold it together. How do we open a manhole?
I'm going to assume you could figure that one out without any kind of roll or whatever else. You
I get the tire iron out of the Corvette.
Yeah.
If there is one.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't come with one.
Yeah, you can get a finger in there. I mean, we used to open them up as kids. Yeah. You pop open the manhole, which actually is kind of the cover itself is that went down the wrong way. Sorry. Is got this matter or whatever it is on it. But you pop the manhole cover. There is an appropriate ladder going down. Here on the outskirts of town, the sewers are a little smaller and more difficult to navigate than the main city, but they're
it's a good
still
thing
good
you're
size.
a kid.
Right?
And I'm a dog.
Yep.
I could also turn into an animal. That's small.
Oh yeah, that's true. Never thought about that one.
Yeah.
Keep carrying me down.
I mean, I can drop you. Yeah, I got you.
So you drop in.
I'll take the leash and I'll put it over my arm. Then I'll flip it on and then I'll kind of hold him and climb down.
You do. So you climb down. The first thing you notice is that noise down here is incredibly reflective. And the walls are very reflective, so noise down here carries. You say something, and it's just like you're talking into an echo chamber.
I imagine on our way down, she's holding me, and I'm like, So, like, how's the weather? And just like, bing,
Yeah,
it's like super loud.
Yeah. So you get down. Do you close the manhole behind you or leave it open? What do you do?
No, we leave it open.
Okay. You
Like
do?
that.
So this basically is a primary subway tunnel or a sewer tunnel. So it kind of feeds this entire neighborhood, and where you are is a junction that actually kind of leads back to a probably much larger and more traversable area of the sewer. I'm going to need an athletics check. Let's see how you navigate the smaller areas.
A 6.
Yeah.
We're athletic as shit.
Yeah. So you move quickly. You move without a whole great amount of noise, but it is gross here. There's one point where you're kind of crawling along or moving along Rocket, and you kind of step in like a big wad of toilet paper. It's just like just completely gross.
This is why I wear shoes.
Yeah. Your sense of smell down here is basically useless to you. You're overwhelmed by the smell of just waste.
I assume my hearing's not of much help either.
No. Yeah. Well, maybe not. Maybe it could go either way. It won't. You won't have the same level of precision, but you might be able to hear things from much further away. You just wouldn't be able to tell how close they are. What do you guys do?
Look around down here. See if we can find some of these footprints.
Byron's really role playing. He's like, "Look, doggy."
Yeah.
Let's go, Rocket. Let's go down here.
I'm sorry, Tyler. What did you say?
I'm gonna see if we can find some of these footprints down here.
Yeah.
We track them all the way here. Use my sense.
Let's do. Yeah, let's do for tracking. Let's do survival, which is like a lump skill for.
Nope. I'll be right back.
Where is survival? There it is.
So Blocks is like sort of air gagging as she looks around. She's like dry heaving, you know.
Hey.
So you do see foot traffic. And the thing that and you're able to follow it for quite some distance, actually to a point where you get into kind of like a main sort of sewer junction. Let's get the vibe picture going here. So you follow this for some time. I'm assuming you followed as far as you can before
Absolutely.
you lose it. So you make a number of twists and turns, and you're starting to get closer and closer to like kind of the older bits of Freedom City, which you live on the opposite side of, where they really started to restore and make these beautiful little neighborhoods. So you're moving along, and there's quite a lot of waste. There are occasional lights here, although probably every other one is out, so it's very difficult to see.
Okay.
The one thing that you notice is a small fragment of fabric. It's very familiar. It's a pair of joggers. It's one of the numerous outfits that your human body wears, lounging around. It looks like it was torn loose, maybe. There's a little bit of blood on it. Not like from a wound, but maybe like a bloody hand that pulled it loose. As you sniff at it, you're absolutely certain that this was you. You've come all this way, and you're absolutely certain. And almost at that very moment, give me a vigor check, please. Wow. So this gets harder, though. Rocket takes one wound as you feel yourself literally stabbed. You hear "Woo!" as this dog just kind of like lets out this horrible sound, and then kind of instinctively starts biting at his side. You see immediately blood kind of start to gush from this wound. You'll be shaken. You can recover with a spirit roll, or you can spend a Benny if you want to do that right now. What do you do, Blocks?
So I see this dog like bite Rocket.
No. You see Rocket in front of you suddenly yelp and kind of scamper to the side a little bit, and immediately start kind of biting and licking at his own wound. A wound has opened up in the side of him, and he is now bleeding.
Oh. Oh. Well, we can't be having that. So, we didn't really bring anything. We can do anything with that.
This is for my human body. We got to keep going.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend the Benny. I'll be fine.
Okay. You literally shake. And though you have actually been wounded, and keep in mind you know 3 wounds and you're out. But yeah, so you're not loving life right now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go forward.
Okay.
I'll kind of more step in front, and I'll kind of raise up the nail gun.
Okay. I love it.
Someone's gonna get.
So as you're moving along and you're just thinking to yourself, we can't be that far from them. We just can't be that far from them. Rocket, give me a notice check, please.
More notice.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a success.
You hear, it's very faint, but you do in the distance, you could swear that you hear breathing. It's that's how you, but it's definitely breathing. Yeah, it's like it's because of the conductivity of these tunnels, right? It's just kind of like shotgunning the sound. What do you do?
I rush blocks along since she took the front. That way. Go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go faster.
You do. So as you're kind of moving up, both of you notice there's in the distance, and there's one of the lights just above it is kind of flickering. And it occurs to you that it's the little bit of light that comes in from the little kind of hole in the manhole, and it's just flickering as cars go over it. And it's shining down on a form that's kind of leaning there right at the base of the ladder. There's some waste and stuff that, you know, maybe possessions that this person has. Seems to be a man, maybe late 20s, early 30s. Very gaunt and thin. Oh, gaunt, same difference. What do you do? He doesn't seem to notice you. He's kind of head back.
I'll kind of like move up to him as fast as possible.
Okay. So you're kind of moving up. Yeah, so he snaps up, and just as you're approaching, hey, I don't want no trouble, man. I don't want no trouble. Yo, back the fuck up, man. Oh, hey, girl. He scratches his arm. What's up? He says.
How you doing?
You looking for some stuff? I got some. I got what you need.
My friend is.
You point at your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for like a person. He came through here. You're on a wild trip right now, my guy. I just need to know which direction he went.
Oh, this is so good. He looks down at a pipe that's sitting next to him. Yeah, man. You're like one of those otherworldly beings and shit. Yeah. Can I pet you? Let me pet
you just gotta let me know which direction I gotta go.
Yo, let me pet you.
Some dude wearing a tracksuit. Can I back up?
He's kind of back. Hey, now you don't see nobody in a tracksuit.
No.
I didn't see nobody in a tracksuit.
Anybody in some boots?
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I
Any
mean, they. Oh, you notice that he suddenly is just like, ooh. I don't know if I can go here even with a hallucination. Yo, man, you're killing my buzz, man. Let's talk about something else, man. Yo, let me pet that dog. Come on.
I'll slowly move towards him.
Yo, don't bite me or nothing. Oh, yeah. How'd you learn how to talk? Is your name Spot? This your dog, girl? What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
Oh, Annie.
Oh, Annie, it's good to meet you, man. My name's Trey. What you need? I'm sorry. I mean, but part of what I'm seeing here is probably not real, man. That's because of how good the shit I have is.
Sometimes I pinch myself or stuff like that to kind of like bring myself back, you know?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, come on, man. You're killing my buzz. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
What you need? What you need?
We need to know which direction some guys went that were down here besides you.
Persuasion. -2. Is that with or without the bonus? Or without the...
Oh, I'm already at negative, so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's probably worse than that, actually.
Yo, there's some shit you can't talk about when you're this high, man.
Yeah.
That's too real. That's too real. I'm not even playing.
We're not going to ask very nicely again. That kind of smile.
Oh, shit. Got an attitude and shit, man. Listen to me.
What's your favorite number?
What I am is I'm
Pick
a
one,
businessman.
1 to 4.
Look, I'm a businessman, and I know.
Pick a number, 1 to 4.
You know,
4.
on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to say 10 pounds. And I'm going to like bring the nail gun up and just kind of tap him in the fucking chest with it. And that's like, that's a 10-pound nail.
Where? Give me a shooting roll, please. And success will represent you hitting him in a non-vital area, which I assume is what you're attempting to do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like put it like in his shoulder.
Critical failure, you're going to put it through his heart. Be warned.
What shooting? I don't have shooting.
I know. So you're going to roll 1d4 minus 2. Or 1d4 minus 2.
That's mine. Ignore that. Excellent.
Oh, minus 2.
The...
Yeah, so you...
Do a penny.
Okay.
I got 2 left.
1d4 minus 2.
Ah!
So blocks, you're just like...
Greed is a bad thing.
And he's just like...
Quick now.
Man, you really killed my buzz. And just... He dies with a nail straight through his heart. What do you do? Necessary evil, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, this conversation's over.
We weren't supposed to do that.
I never. Shit.
Mordred does it all the time.
Damn it.
Yeah, right.
I thought this would be a little less grim than the Voidcaster.
I mean, we're not teleporting parts of him anywhere. At least his whole body's here.
Yeah, that's right. That's facts.
Yeah, we'll just have Grimes cleaned up.
Yeah, that sounds good. He's a homeless guy. Who gives a shit?
You guys are talking. Let me check something.
I never killed anybody with a Milwaukee.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now that the murdering's over.
Fucking was.
That is true. Thorg says you get what you deserve for turning down a shooting lesson. So what do you do?
Well,
I guess
see if we could find any tracks on the other side of this guy since he was here.
Yeah, look around for any sort of clue on which direction to go. He seemed to know what was there were at least people down here.
Yeah.
Or shit,
so
that's notice. Yeah.
You waiting for you're rolling survival?
Oh,
blocks.
Okay.
I rolled. I got 2.
Yeah, I see it. So. Serious? Are you fucking serious?
I think when that guy fell down, he splashed some of the feces water like on Rocket's nose.
Yeah, no, I
Dude,
think
I've
that
never
makes
seen
sense.
So many
Yeah.
ones in my life.
Yeah, I know. I love
all
it.
The years we've been playing with Roll20.
Man.
7.
So with a critical failure like this, so suddenly you guys, you find yourselves at a T-style intersection. No, like a four-way intersection. Actually, you can continue straight ahead, turn left, or go right. Obviously, back the way you came is not where you want to go. And you just are completely overwhelmed and lost. You're losing time. And just then, give me a vigor check, please.
Oh, here we go again.
We've rolled 23 ones today.
23 ones today.
I love it.
What the hell?
I think you rolled 20. This never happens. Oh,
my God.
Oh my god, another one.
So, yeah.
But the wild die saves me.
Saves you from a wound. You get, so you're there. And again, you feel this sudden, like, and you actually, you're sort of pondering which direction to go. When you're looking out and your vision is suddenly distorted, like you were punched right in the eyeball, right? You're just like, oh, and you feel like somebody hit you in the face with a sledgehammer. You're shaken. That will fade. If this happens to you in combat, obviously that would be a real problem, but no need to spend a penny on that one. But again, Blocks, you see him just like, whoa, and sort of, jerk off to the side. Jerk off. I did not say that out loud on the stream. What's wrong with me? You get the idea. It's Tuesday.
Jerks off to the stream. So that's bad. He doesn't jerk off on the side. Or maybe, I don't know. Well.
Rocket.
Looking around. Any ideas?
No.
So you lose the time, but you took the trouble to roll your notice before, and it was fairly good. So you're there, and your heart's beating like crazy. You're obviously somewhere by someone nearby. You would think your body is being completely abused. You notice with that 11, yet another small piece of this fabric that's been dropped to the left. And it's like there's suddenly a glimmer of hope. You're like, oh, shit.
Left is where we go immediately.
You're like, man, am I ever going to, once I give you a bath, am I ever going to pet you, human body? So after a period of time, as you're kind of skulking along, kind of obviously you're not just like full blown running. You find yourselves at this point where you can hear rushing water and you can see light ahead, but it is not coming from above. It's almost ambient, as if maybe there's some lighting that's on in a chamber ahead. And Rocket, you can hear the familiar, although it's very frightened and labored, panting of your body.
I'm gonna get on over there.
You just go full bore speedy in, or
Not
what?
sprinting, but I'm gonna stealth.
Stealth it up. Let's roll some more ones, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Come on, let's see it. Oh,
Hey,
there's a one.
oh my god!
Wow.
What the hell happened there?
That's revenge for the
Jesus.
All the ones.
4 6s in a row. And
So-
3.
I rolled 3 of them earlier. Like,
Oh, the hell.
So Blocks,
so many ones.
I think that with that win, not only are you being stealthy, but you see Rocket about to just kind of kick over a bottle that's there, and you reach down and grab his tactical harness and stop him from creating the scene. You're able to kind of move up, and you find yourselves on this ledge. There's no like stairs down here. You're not looking down the ledge. Maybe there might be some like ladder posts or something. On the opposite side, on the other side of this gush of water and waste, and it's just roiling around as you would expect from like a comic book sewer. Engineers, please don't comment. YouTube engineers, I don't know. Civil engineering people.
Stop being a loser.
Yeah, but absolutely. So there's this just sort of your path comes to an end here. And then on the opposite side of this very large, nasty sort of slurry of just shit and whatever else is a platform that leads off elsewhere, closer to Freedom City, you think. It's bigger. There's more infrastructure there. Attached to the wall, seemingly by the wall itself, is your body. kind of like in a very sort of crucifix almost pose, although not perfectly straight or indicative of that at all. Standing next to him is a rat-like creature. Think of a Skaven, but with like cybernetics, just kind of standing there with a knife. Floating slightly out over the water and saying something as you approach, you can't hear over the rush of water, is a figure that you don't recognize. You can just see this flowing black cape as he floats there and is apparently directing the action of the rat creature. And for the moment, that's what you see. Please, Tyler, roll a D6 minus 2 for your body. Okay. No, it's good. Your body does not see that you're there.
Okay.
Which is good. So you approach. What are you doing here? What are you attempting to do?
I'm gonna try to see if I can get a look at this person's face, like with the cape.
So, from where you are, no. You're going to need to move. You're going to need to cross the slurry, which would suck.
Okay.
Because he's facing away. He's facing kind of the platform.
Are you ready, Blocks? We're going to get this shit started.
We're going to get over.
Well, you can do Lego stuff from this side, right? So I'm actually fast enough to resist the surface tension of the water, so I could run straight across.
Well, hey, let me get their attention first.
It's Corgi Christ. Let's walk on water.
I'm gonna run.
Okay.
And I'm gonna whirlwind the dude in the middle on go. All right.
Yeah. And as he does it, I'm gonna yell, "Hey, Fievel, you're a piece of shit," and I'm gonna fucking take the nail gun and just be like,
okay. So let's go.
Like,
all
fire
right.
at the rat guy.
Let's do this round without initiative because you have surprise. So Rocket, give me an athletics check and a notice check. Actually, no, never mind. Not even. Okay. So you take off, and it's not until you hit the wall of force that you realize it's there. I'll let you roll your damage. It's going to be 2d6. It would explode though. Okay. So you're going to be shaken. So you'll need to spend a Benny if you want to get rid of it right away, or you can wait till next round. You can make a spirit check. But you hit this thing.
Does it have to like pass my toughness, or
in order to wound you? Yes.
Okay. I'll just be shaken then.
Yes. I'm being kind because I'm thinking you're like hauling ass fast enough to go across the water.
Oh, yeah.
So theoretically, it should have to beat your toughness, but I'm just like you hit this wall and you're just like whoa. But as we said, you're full on like a sequence of moves. You hit this wall, and the last thing in your lizard brain says, "I'm going to do a whirlwind," and so you get a couple of whirls. You don't fuck with Blocks or anything. Blocks, you say this, and pap, 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 and the nails just like ping, 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 ping. This thing, man, turns around. I'm going to drag him onto the... Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking down at my view. I'm still looking at Suburbia. I'm like, wow, that's not nearly cool enough. Here, let me go over here. You see... I'm just going to make him a little bigger so the stream can see him. So floating there with his cape and his glowing red eyes is this guy. Anybody want to make a smarts check at negative? Well, actually, Rocket, not you, because you're not here. Blocks, I'll give you a smarts check at negative 2.
You don't want me to roll my D12?
Negative what?
Negative 2. No bennies on this one. Yeah, no. So whoever it is ugly, and he's got his arms extended, as a very theatrical, and he kind of sees through the wall of force is kind of still reverberating from Rocket's impact, and it's like that almost drew his attention, and he smiles, and with a voice that just seems to like shake the very brick, he says,
"I was waiting for you."
What do you do?
So I imagine I'm right up to the edge of the force field, just slamming into it, repeatedly, like barking at the dude, like,
Hey, hey, hey.
hey, 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 hey.
Okay. He says,
You don't. That's better. You don't recognize me, do you?
he floats a little bit over your
you're
direction.
You're that one superhero guy. Worthless piece of shit, man.
You took my sister, and so
He glances over his shoulder, at which point the rat guy slashes across the body viciously this time. Vigor roll, please. Yeah, so this time it hurts. You're bleeding. You are still not wounded, but he's absolutely got the advantage on you.
And so I will take your, well, pet. And you will watch it happen. Would you like to turn into a zoo animal now, child? Or would you prefer to remain yourself while I tear your entrails from your mouth?
I'm gonna go with stay myself
She's like, whatever, bro.
for firefighter Alex.
Like, I'm downvoting you on, yeah. Okay.
It's really hard for you to do from the other side of this like useless wall that you put up.
Oh, but that's part of the fun, is
Okay.
you have but to watch it happen. Again.
The rat creature at this point reaches over and literally slides his claws into one of these cuts and just starts digging in. And obviously your body's, ah! And you feel this pain. 100% you feel this pain. At some level, it's enraging you. What do you do? You've come to now from being shaken. You've got your. I'm gonna move us into some rounds here as we get this going. So I'll do that while you tell me what you're doing.
I'm gonna try to force myself through the force field.
Okay. So we will treat this as break stuff. So you can do damage to the force field if you're intentionally trying to do damage to it, like,
Absolutely.
I don't know how you might do that or whatever. But if you do, it's going to be treated as a strong door. So you're going to have to have a damage roll of, let's say 12 for this one.
I don't know that I can physically do that much damage, even if I tried.
You have your, to remind you, you have your one attack, right? The pointy
Yeah,
thing.
that's the only thing I think I could do. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna back up real fucking fast. You might want to move blocks.
I'll back up.
I'm just gonna boop and just fucking take off one direction as far as I can get. Fucking slide down to like metal plating, and I'm just gonna run straight at the force field.
Nice, I got a second. Red Rocket, there you are. And who else is in here? Blocks Girl.
And I'm trying to aim through the force field to that rat dude.
Okay.
So if I make
I
it
was
through the
just
force
thinking,
field,
like-
I'm gonna run through the rat.
Oh, all right. Let's not do that. That's weird. All right. So, sorry. Let's add some turns here. Yay! Everybody's in the turn order. Roll20's working for me tonight. This is amazing.
This still shows all zeros. First.
Yeah, I know. I'm just dealing cards now. So we're gonna deal some cards to all turn order items. Ooh, is that the bad guy that's got the Joker? Yeah, it's the rat guy that's got the Joker. So that means that I get to decide when the rat guy wants to act, essentially. Also, I'm going to get a Benny for that. And then let's see, the bad guy gets initiative as well. So he sees you back up. I think that the rat guy, whatever his name is waiting for some sort of order. And the whoever this floaty guy is basically holds his hand up as if to stay the attack. And then he sort of just waves his hand away. He's going to hold his action. You're just like, and there's no force field there. So you just like a missile. I'm going to give him a smarts check to see if he saw this coming, because he's pretty bright. The mage. Watch me start rolling ones now. Yeah, I'm going to say he didn't. He absolutely saw it coming, but he hadn't figured out what he wanted to do yet. So you're kind of just like, you're trying to shoot across this pool of yuck. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So picture a boat, right? Like kind of coming off a dock at speed, and hitting pudding, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you just spray forward this just mass of nastiness. As you dig through it, you're down in it. So you don't maintain your height, in other words. But yeah, you get across there. You close the distance. I think that's going to be your action, though. Is that fair?
Do I get at least one fighting roll?
Sure. What are you doing?
An 11, a critical.
You're trying. So
I'm trying to run through the rat dude.
Oh, you're trying to hit the rat guy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So fair. So he actually, see what his parry is, because you got to beat the parry even with that would give you bonus damage. Okay, Mister.
I hope his parry's not higher than 11.
Me, I don't. I hope it's.
Because if so, I'm never.
Yeah, you're gonna hit him. You absolutely hit him. So you.
We never determined how much damage this would do. I don't know how fast.
Let's do 2d12.
2d12.
Yeah, that's fair.
12 points.
Yeah, but those rolls ace, so roll them again. That's 6 and 6. Oh wait, no.
No,
I'm sorry.
no, those
2d12.
are sixes.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking
yeah,
sixes. Yeah. So you do 12. That's not going to hurt him. But you slam into him. He's obviously armored. That's the one thing that you notice. But basically, he's there next to your body, and you hit him, and both of you go into the wall. You're just like, and like bits of brickwork and stuff fall down. And you are now engaged to be married to Ratman. So he is not going to be able to harm your body while you are engaged with him. He will have to focus on fending you off, at least for now. So with his Joker, I think he's going to try to get in a quick attack with his knife. He hits. He's just like, ugh. But he's going to be at -2 because he just had quite a hard fall. Hang on 1 second. I got that wrong. There we go. Boop. Oh, yikes. Okay. So -2, and then so he's going to hit you, and he is going to deal his. I did not. Okay, we'll do that.
So does his knife count as a heavy weapon?
It does not. Well, no. Why do you ask?
Because I have this beautiful thing.
This armor?
Where my armor on my dog body. Yeah, you might have been able to stab my normal body, but my dog body has armor. And is immune to anything that isn't a heavy weapon.
Okay, fair enough. So he stabs into the armor, like literally gouging into it with that roll. Just out of curiosity, let's see what he would have done. And then roll. Well, he wouldn't have done much anyway, I don't think. What's your toughness?
He's a long way from my toughness. 18.
Yeah, so you'd have been okay. Anyway, so he literally sparks fly, right? And he just kind of gouges a chunk out. And that brings us to Block's girl, who was technically up next in initiative, but Rocket, since you were already cruising across, right? Yeah. So, Blocks, what are you doing?
So I gotta find a way across this. Is there any pipes up above or anything like that?
Yeah, of course. Cartoon. Think of cartoon or.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's whatever you need up there, pipe work, and kind of some of it is infrastructure for the city.
I guess we're gonna go to Lego Gorilla.
Okay. Lego
and
Gorilla.
I'm just gonna Yep, Lego gorilla, Magilla gorilla.
Yep.
And basically turn into a blue gorilla. Kind of looks like he's just bright blue, whatever, white on his back, and just kind of brachiate my way across the pipes over there.
Athletics checks to get across there, please, sir. You're gonna have to navigate that.
Let's see here. So athletics. So my gorilla body is, of course, going to be better at athletics than me. Where are we
Maybe, I don't know. Blocks has surprised me lately with her prowess.
Well, that may be true, but yeah,
Especially if murder's involved.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So okay, so let's go. There you go.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, so you're gonna you get up onto the piping and you're moving that direction. It's gonna pretty much take your whole move to get across there, and so your options in terms of like dropping and attacking are going to be somewhat limited. But yeah, you go swinging across there, reminding you that floaty guy is out from the platform. So what's your plan as you come cruising across?
So my plan as I get cruising across is once I get close enough, I'm going to use my ensnare power to kind of lock up his limbs and stuff. And
Okay.
He said he's got his arms out, so I'm going to try to like pull his arms in with some like Lego kind of manacles.
Yep, fair enough. So you're doing that, and I'll remind you that he held his action.
Yeah.
So you're going to need to make a fighting roll.
And I get +2 to grapple attacks.
Yep. I think that's fine. We can let that stand. I'm just trying to think how this is going to play out as he's kind of floating there, and you're like,
oh, terrible.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna spend my last Benny.
Last Benny. You better hope
Benny
you don't get wounded.
4.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No. So you go flying toward him, arms extended, and I think you're probably making this like really angry baboon kind of noise, right? Just flying through the air at him, and you see him, and you're gonna get him. You're sure of it, and the rage is creeping up inside of you, and he smiles and blinks out of existence. Sparks kind of as he appears just a few feet away, and in his place, you fly through that little bit of spark, and just you're like careen into the shit pile. They're toward the end of it, so you're close to the platform, but you miss him. Next up, let us redeal some initiative. We're going to make sure to not leave it with the bad guys and deal cards in turn order. Ooh, that's better. All right, well, bad guy's still up top though. Yeah, so you hit the ground. He says, because they always say something.
Come, my children, show them the taste of filth.
And around you appear these guys. Basically shambling mounds of waste.
Oh, nice.
There are, Blocks will put you over here with your friends. There are 3 that emerge. Basically are all around you, just and he
Eat shit, girl.
Dad joke, sorry. Okay, so that's his action. He is going to move as well. He's going to put more distance between you, Blocks in particular, and him. So he's moving further up and away from the platform, off to the left. Rat Guy is up next. He is going to attempt to grapple with you. Tyler, what is your parry? Tyler Perry.
14.
I just said that. My God. 14?
Yes, sir.
Are you reading that wrong? Could it be 1.4? Is that possible?
Nope. I have super speed, and I have it is this a beautiful thing called parry. I spent 8 points on it to increase my parry by 8.
I hate you.
Little grubby thing to get a hold of.
All right, here we go. Let's see what this looks like. All right, so I'm going to spend a GM Benny. Actually, he'll spend one of his bennies because I want to save my GM bennies for things that I like.
Now you want to use one of your
Boom.
GMs.
Okay. So what is your parry? Was
14. He still misses.
what? Okay. So he grabs a hold of you. And your fur is just slippery with like goo and whatnot because you kind of sprayed through. So he basically you slip loose. He would have thrown you otherwise, but yeah, he recovers. He's also dropped his knife. I would like to point that out because you can't grapple with a knife in your hand. Basically,
Yeah.
He's gonna try to move away from the wall. I should have done a map for this; it would have been easier. But let me at least do some proximity. So you guys are over here, let's say in the middle, more or less. Your body is kind of here, and then he's floating over here somewhere. Okay, so we'll move now to two blocks. You are up next. What do you do?
Wow. All right. I am going to... These things look nasty. Literally, shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prime. I'm gonna just take a round and prime.
Uh-oh.
Basically, do nothing.
Okay. So you just sort of are there, and they're coming in. I'll let them act last in any given round. I'll just keep it easy that way.
I'm just basically letting them get a hold of me.
Oh, gross. Okay. So as they get closer, you realize that they're this sort of weird amalgamation of like a corpse infused with writhing, living dung and waste. It's just horrible. Even as steel as your nerves are, it's a little rattling.
Yeah. Spirit check.
Yes, I think that makes sense. Let's see if you fear them. Probably not, knowing you. This is where you roll a... Ooh, close.
With the number ones, we rolled anything's possible.
Yeah, so you don't
Right.
suffer fear effects, but yeah, you this is getting real. This is the realest it's been. That and you're covered in poop, which makes it even worse.
That's right.
Okay, so you're holding your action. You're going to prime this round, and that so you can do something horrible to them next round. All right, Rocket, you're up next.
All right. I'm immediately going to use one of my robot arms to grab this dude's knife.
Okay.
And for my first action, I'm going to try to stab him with his own knife.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so you give me a quick notice check just to see if you have any idea what you got going on. Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
So you pick it up, and there's this moment where the camera kind of gleams on it. It catches the light. You notice in the handle, there's this capsule and it's like this sort of glowing green viscous stuff in this capsule that seems to actually run down the length of the blade. Give me your attack
All right.
roll. Yeah, give me your attack roll.
Fighting. Does a 6 hit?
No, so it does not. You gonna try bending it up?
I'm going to spend one of my last bets.
Okay.
We'll try this again. Come on.
No. So you slash at him once, and he jumps back, and he realizes what you have, and you notice that his eyes are just like, oh shit, and you slash again and miss. At which point, when it's his turn, he's going to do something. What are you going to do?
All right,
You still can move.
I'm going to use one of my extra actions to kind of like guard my body to like help back up, to like make my body back up.
Okay.
To try to get in between him and my body.
I will assume so your body is halfway loose. Remember that something, and I didn't, because you smashed into the wall. I didn't get to explain it.
Yeah.
Your body has its own actions, so you don't have to spend any of your extra actions on it.
Okay, cool.
Tell me
I'm
what it
going
is.
to whirlwind him then.
Okay.
I'm going to do a tight little whirlwind around him and try to throw his ass. So he needs to make a strength check
Okay.
at -2.
Okay, let's see. Strength at -2. So. Oh, double ones.
He's going to be throwing D10 inches.
He can't even use the GM bed, can he?
I cannot.
He's going to be throwing 4 inches
Yeah.
in an 8 direction.
So I'm overriding the direction because of the failure. because of the critical failure. He grabs out and he grabs this pipe and he tries to hold on, and the pipe breaks loose and his claws scrape along it as you rocket him skull first into the wall. Give me a 2d6 roll, please.
2d6 for 8 points, 4 and a 4.
Ooh, so he is going to take a wound. He hits the ground. He is a wild card, so he can take a full 3 wounds, but he's going to be shaken this round. And
now, for my other extra action, now I'm going to zoom over and stab his ass with his own knife.
Okay, so you zoom over. He is prone, so you're going to get, let's say, a +2. There's a little bit of chaos going on. So
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The benefits of being super fast, extra actions.
Yes.
A 7.
No, so he's shaken.
+2.
He's shaken, actually. So, yeah, my bad. So, yeah, you come in and you stab him. Give me damage.
Stab him with his own cool knife. What is this knife?
So, 1d12 +2.
1d12, so this +2. 13 points.
Ooh, okay. So, you stab him. And his machine eyes almost, you can whatever it is he's wearing on top, you can see the fleshy eyes underneath just like get wide. He is going to what's his toughness? He's going to take a second wound. Although you don't know that, you just kind of stab him. He's going to
press the button or the little green shit that was on his knife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's going to do a vigor check.
Whatever this does, I hope it hurts.
Yeah, you say that to him?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Let's do a vigor check and see. Oh, dear. Yeah. I'm going to let you know in a second. So do you leave the knife in him? Do you pull it out? What do you do?
I'm pulling it out. I'm going to stab him again.
You pull it out and get ready to stab him again. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
It's like...
There's one thing Rocket's more protective over than anything. That's his human body. I will kill a motherfucker over this.
So these creatures begin their attack. Blocks, what's your parry? Ooh.
My parry...
The wastoid.
Not that good, I don't think. Let's see here. My parry is 6.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's my pace. Yeah, my parry is 6.
Okay. So one of them, as you're kind of moving, I mean, they're grabbing at you, and you're trying to kind of let them, but more trying to angle yourself so you don't get hurt. That doesn't work out all that well for you, unfortunately. As you... I can't see what that is. What is it? It's a 4. And then one more for bonus for him. I didn't have time to put quite all these stats. So, what's your toughness?
10.
Yeah, so you get slopped with this like club-like appendage, which is partially human flesh and partially God only knows what else. Like there's like dead rats like intertwined and tin cans and stuff, and it bruises the crap out of you and kind of knocks you off to the side. No big deal there. Boop. And then this one is, come on,
5.
Big numbers. And then bonus damage on that one too because he got a raise, so 9. And yours is 10. Yeah, so you're getting grabbed and jerked around. You've not been wounded, but it's obviously a little overwhelming. They're invading your personal space. Okay, so their attacks
are going to be everywhere but in her space here in a second.
Yeah, exactly. Let's re-up initiative real quick. Let's see who's going to go first. Did anybody have held actions? Blocks? No, you were preparing for next round. Okay, got it. So we'll deal... Ooh, so the bad guy gets a joker this time. You're going to be first. Rocket, Joker, Rat. You'll be last. Blocks. You're really getting charged up, and then the bad guys will act last.
So he said that his thing was with me, right?
He didn't specify.
Well, he said that. Well, that's true. He said you killed my sister or whatever.
Took my sister. But yeah.
I think she's the witch since he's the mage.
Aha.
Ah.
Aha.
Wow.
Okay. So he, let's see. So what are you doing, Rocket? So you're going to stab him?
I'm going to stab this motherfucker again. Yeah.
Oh.
How about a 9?
Yeah. So what did I say his parry was? His Tyler parry?
I don't think it was 9. I think I hit him with a 7 last time.
Yep, that's right. It's right at 7. So yeah, you he's just completely overwhelmed as you tell me how this works, and tell the stream about what it looks like as the poison takes over, and you can see it glowing in his veins.
So as I like stab into him, you can see it like it looks kind of like venom from Payne, and you just see it work its way through his veins as like this darkness just grows through his dirty veins as they just like rise up to the top.
Yeah, and you see it kind of glowing in the sclera of his eyes, right, because of the veins. And then there's this moment where the camera's inside of him, watching his heart just like beating erratically, and then it just stops
as it sees this like black like goo just kind of take over his heart.
He will happily he will die. Let's do that. Okay. Any movement? What are you doing with your
I'm gonna turn to focus on this mage guy now.
Okay.
With
so
this knife in my hand.
He's floating quite some distance away, out of your reach. He's probably about 10 feet up and back near all the infrastructure and piping, and he is also focused on you, you notice. And
well, I'll try to whirlwind him since he is very happily in this pipe.
He's going to play his Joker.
Oh, yeah.
And he is going to do something bad to you. Sorry.
He's going to try.
Yeah, he is. He's going to try. He is going to...
37 ones tonight.
He's going to introduce you to... let's see. He will spend a penny. He will absolutely spend a penny because that's bullshit.
You don't have to be so upset, Jason.
Oh, I'm so upset. I can't let this guy go out. All my main bad guys go out. Oh! Okay, that's more like it.
39 ones, but...
Hang on. He says, well, this isn't parry, though. This is a shooting, so he will hit you. He says...
Meet your doom.
And he's just like, and between his hands, like this sort of like black holy thing, and then this blast, which is like a tank blast of energy.
I'm
gonna guess tank blast is a heavy weapon.
It is, yes. It's 1,000 D12.
Oh yeah.
I think I'll take a wound.
Probably, maybe.
Oh, yeah. What's your toughness?
18.
Yeah, you will. So you will be shaken. You will take a wound. So you're at 2 wounds now.
Yep.
And obviously shaken, you can do nothing but move. And he is going to... he's going to move further out. Further distancing himself, kind of moving more toward the middle of the room because he recognizes the danger that's going on as he laughs. So this thing hits you and you just go flying down the hallway and basically disappear dramatically, like into some grating and shit, and like pipes blow out and steam everywhere and whatever. But it is still your turn. So how do you react to that? You just...
So I imagine I get like blown back through all the grates and dust and stuff, and I stand back up and I run back in there.
Okay, your last your movement you can take. Are you gonna? You can't attack this round unless you spend your last penny to get rid of your shaking.
I'm gonna make sure that my body is safe.
Okay, so
get my body for sure out of there. Like,
yeah. So you notice as you move up, like he is literally pivoted himself toward your body, because obviously he realized this has gotten out of hand. So all of this combat has basically blown away whatever spell he cast that created the brickwork shackles around your body.
Okay.
There's one limb that is still caught. How's your body reacting? Like, what would you think the body's? Is he just flipping out like a scared dog, or what?
I imagine he's surprisingly calm. Because Rocket was kind of like a superhero already. Mm-hmm. before he got my intellect.
Okay.
So I imagine he's kind of relaxed.
Yeah.
But he's like scared, but he's not like freaking out. Like.
Okay. Fair enough. So you kind of move back out. You're going to spend your last Benny to get rid of shaking? Do you want to wait till next round and make a spirit roll?
I'm just going to wait till next round.
Okay. Because you may need it. By the way, remember, you can spend Bennies to soak damage. Remember that.
Okay.
So what you do is you spend your Benny and you make a soak roll. If you're successful, then you don't take the wound. So, and actually, if you want to do that on not the wounds where you weren't around for, but this one, I'll let you do it and get back down to one wound.
Sure, I'll try that out.
So no more Bennies for you.
I know, yep. And then where do I roll soak?
There's a soak button in the middle of the character sheet near your wounds, or to the right over there by wounds and fatigue and all that stuff. See it? So if you
soak, there it is.
Yep. Okay.
6.
Yeah, so you get blasted into the wall, and it, you're there, and it takes you a few moments to recover, but you're okay. That last wound will not be applied. You will still stay at 1 wound, and come running back out as well. That brings us to he acted already, so now the rat's dead, so he needs to come out of the turn order. Blocks, you're up. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna explode.
That dude moved right to the center of the room, closer to her.
Yeah,
which is
I don't
pretty
know.
cool.
I don't know if that'll count though. I don't know how close how far it goes.
I'm going to say you'll definitely get all
minute.
3 of the wastoids.
Okay. So this counts as a heavy weapon. So. Why is it syntax? What the hell?
What happened?
The button quit working. Like I ain't used it in so long. It just syntaxed out. I'll have to. Let's see here. I guess I'll have to go to D8s. Just a second.
I think it's a lot.
I don't know if this will do the exploding dice. Let's see here.
No, you probably have to do it manually.
All right, so I thought you could do exploding dice on it, but I guess not. All right, go back. I don't want that. Okay, now my dice roller moved from where it should be. I don't want to be.
Oh, like the normal dice roller. You
There
might
we
be.
go. Simple roller. That's what I was looking for. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah, you can do, Byron. If you open the dice roller at the very top, there's like some exclamation marks and stuff. See them?
Doesn't matter. I didn't get any explodes anyway.
All right. Okay. So damage is 18, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So that does beat their toughness. And it does beat their toughness to the point where they take wounds. And they are, in fact, not wild cards, so they can only take 1 wound.
Yeah.
So tell me what. Okay, so there's this mass of like waste mutant creatures just smacking you around as you're there and you're shaking. What does the camera see? Like from behind the pile of, you can't even see blocks.
So all you see is like the pile of crap and everything, and then like almost like on an old record player, like on the you just hear, I fall to pieces.
It's like Tarantino kind of gross though, right? Because like, and I think the mage gets hit with this stuff.
Chocolate shake.
There's Legos and shit everywhere.
Yes, he's just Legos and shit. That's the name of the episode. Okay, so at this moment, all 3 of them are just blown apart. You don't know what that means. I mean, they may reform because they reformed out of nothing, apparently.
I'm gonna hope not.
The mage turns.
We will meet again very soon. The master has plans for you all.
And just like that,
I knew you weren't important enough to be in charge.
you say as and it's funny because like his cool flowing garb is all like flecked with like the debris from the fight, but yeah he just which is called Living to Fight Another Day. And for those of you who see this, you now know more than you probably ever wanted to about where Red Rocket comes from. And this will conclude part 1 of his special edition series, where we find out quite a lot more. Rocket, what are you going to do before we wrap up here? What are you going to do with your body?
He's going to move into the compound.
He's so excited to see you as you free him that he literally just pees everywhere, all down his leg. It's clear that he had been picking little bits of his sweatpants away and leaving them behind for you to follow, for you to smell. But he is cut up. He needs a doctor, like a proper medical.
Yeah, he's gonna go see one. Yeah.
He has a serious infection from the knife, and if he is not hospitalized for a bit, he may die. That's how bad this is. He literally is.
He's definitely getting hospitalized. He's going to the vet.
Yeah, he's going to the vet. Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. For those of you who see this on YouTube, we are so close to 3,000. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff. Next, this coming Thursday, we have Fallout. Next Tuesday, we have some more Vampire, which I'm really excited about. And we've got something that we're brewing for an episodic fantasy campaign featuring these two and a couple of other star players. So, guys, you going to help me hang up the phone on these guys or what? You going to...
Yeah, so I think as the camera ends, you see Block's girl back in the compound, down in the basement, looking at the witch's face through the side of a tank.
Ooh.
And she reaches out and she just starts turning the oxygen down a little bit. And she goes, "Who knows? Maybe he'll hear your cries and come back to save you."
Whoa, thank you for that, Byron. Good night. That was amazing. Yes.